think this should be fine. मैं ये कह रही हूँ
No problem. Good morning. Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm welcome to our chief guest this morning, Dr. Rukmini Banerji, Chief Executive Officer, Pratham Education Foundation, Chairperson of ISB's Mohali Campus Advisory Board and member of ISB's Executive Board, Mr. Rakesh Bharti Mittal, Dr. Pramat Raj Sinha, our other ISB Executive Board member, Dean of the ISB, Professor Madan Pilotla, members of the media, my colleagues in the ISB faculty and staff, graduating students and their families and friends. I am Ramabhadran Thirumalai, a faculty member in the finance group and Deputy Dean for Academic Programs at the ISB. We're extremely delighted that all of you could join us today for the graduation day ceremony of the postgraduate program in management class of 2024, postgraduate program in management for family business class of 2023, advanced management programs for healthcare and public policy class of 2023. It is wonderful to see our happy and excited students on the momentous occasion of their graduation. Before we begin, may I request you to please take a few moments to put your mobile phone on silent. Thank you. We will start the graduation ceremony with an invocation by some of our student family members. I request Priyanka, Soni, Neetu and Kavya to come on stage.
that is perfect. This is perfect. From the perfect arises the perfect. Taking the perfect from the perfect alone remains. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I now invite Yash Raj, GSB President, PGP Class of 2024 Mohali Campus, to address the graduating students.
Mohali, we did it! Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, Dean Madan, Professor Ram, faculty and staff, proud family and friends, and of course, my dear friends from the class of 24. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you all as we celebrate a risk. 1 year ago, we took a risk. We committed 1 year of our lives in the pursuit of a better tomorrow. We left our family and loved ones to live in this isolated green bubble as we committed to becoming the 23rd batch of ISB. Today, I wish I had more time with you all, because that risk paid off. ISB is the risk that always returns, returning in the form of knowledge, experiences, connections, and a profound understanding of our potential to shape the future. A wise man who founded a company named after a fruit once said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. When we step out of here tomorrow, we will face the same competitive world that we were so pleasantly isolated from. But we are not the same we were when we stepped in here. We changed, we improved, we transformed. But it doesn't feel like it, right? So here at ISB, time is currency. In business communication, BCom, we learned about the power of 3. So in the spirit of keeping things impactful and concise, in the next 5 minutes, I'll share with you 3 reflections that encapsulate our transformative year at ISB. First, the transformation is slow and abstract. You'll keep feeling that you're the same person, but you're not. See, ISB is more than an institution. It's a crucible of transformation. I say crucible because it is not easy. In 1 year, we learned from hundreds of case studies and spent over 650 hours in lectures, learning directly from some of the best professors in the world. During each one of those hours, we focused, we listened, and we reflected. And after each one of those hours, we desperately wanted to hear the magic words. Okay, let's take a 10-minute break. But if I told you 52 weeks ago at 11 p.m. that I just got out of a CAS session at LT Vikramshila to go to LRC to study with my OGSG for the FADM assignment due at midnight, you wouldn't understand half those words, and you would stress yourself out over the tight deadline. But understanding that statement is just a symptom of the abilities we've gained. See, I'll admit, it's hard to quantify this transformation because a part of it is very subjective and personal. But some tools in the ISB transformation kit are standard. For example, you will gain the ability to function like a pro with 3 hours of sleep. You will also gain the wisdom to party smart and not repeat that the next night. And most importantly, you will also make friends who will ensure that you're in Nalanda LT for that 8 a.m. class. Second, so much of what we did at ISB was student-driven. As a class, we've broken fingers, legs, hands, and cracked at least one skull. We've also set the Mohali record for the most number of wheelchairs consecutively in use. See, but for every broken finger or leg, we found at least one friend for life. from O week to D week. This past year, we've had a midterm or a final every 3 weeks. We had assignments due every day. And sandwiched into all this, we had Bandhan, Artha, the various conclaves, IKEA, Equinox, Rise, ISL, so many sports-related section wars, music and dance performances, more than 100 cast sessions, 22 SLC parties, tens of social club activities and professional club speaker sessions, multiple resume reviews, L&D sessions. But even so, someone was always ready to take a P2P session. Someone was always ready to play football or tennis with you. Someone was always ready to eat dinner with you at Sarovar. And over time, that someone became many. Think about that for a second. Because when you step out of this bubble, you will not be alone. You will be only one WhatsApp message away from 270-something capable lifelong friends who will help you. Friends who also happen to be some of the smartest business graduates from the #1 business school in India. And for my third reflection, class, this is my third degree. Okay, technically, it's not a degree. But this time around, I witnessed something incredible. See, as we prepared for placements, in between that flood of not shortlisted emails for jobs we were collectively competing against each other for, we still found the time to help each other prepare for interviews. We kept each other accountable. We were supportive of each other, and together we became resilient to failure. If I had to distill the spirit of ISB into one example, this would be it. See, I cannot put into words how much being here with you all means to me. So one last time, cheers to the late nights, to the memories we made, to the SGs we formed, to the infinite WhatsApp groups we made, and to the bonds we forged in this crucible of transformation. Cheers to you. And I just want to say, it has been my honor to be able to serve you, class of 24 Mohali, as your GSB president. ISB for life.
Thank you, Yash. We now move to the valedictorians from the PGP MFAB. We have 2 of them. I first invite Mithila Reddy Mamidi, also Scholar of Excellence from PGP MFAB, to address the graduating students.
Hello, Mohali. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chief Guest Dr. Rukmini Banerji, distinguished professors, faculty, family, friends, and my dear mischief makers of MFAB. Before diving into my speech, I must express my heartfelt gratitude to my family, to my grandfather who's here and whose entrepreneurial spirit still burns bright at the age of 70. To my father, whose vision and belief in me have brought me to this moment. To my mother, my pillar of strength, your support and guidance have been a guiding light for me throughout my life, both in ISB and in life. And not to forget my brother and uncle, who have always been there in my life. I think without you all, I'd be chasing butterflies instead of my dreams. So thank you all once again from the bottom of my heart. My ISB journey began with a childhood dream inspired by my father, who showed me the ISB Hyderabad campus when I was just 10 years old. I vividly recall him saying that he wanted to see me graduating from this university. And today I am here, making that dream he had for me possible. I believe everyone sitting here share a similar passion for ISB, and I congratulate you all once again as we culminate our MBA journey together. It is a privilege to stand before you as a valedictorian representing the voices of mischievous, but yet remarkable cohort MFAB. And I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the families of the graduating students. Without you, we would have never made it to this grand finale. Your support, guidance, and occasional nudges to attend those early morning classes have been indispensable throughout this course. Thank you for being our backbone. Next, I must extend my heartfelt appreciation to our esteemed professors and academic associates who have turned our ISB dream into reality. It feels like just yesterday, and I hope all the MFAB students there will definitely agree with me that we were sitting in Professor Siddharth's class and listening to the 4 Ps, and then sitting in Professor Vishwakant Maladi's class, who kept us awake even after those post-lunch hours. A big shout out for Professor Kavil and Saugata for putting such an incredible program MFAB. And also I would give my personal gratitude to Professor Madhu Vishwanathan for guiding me throughout my managing growth course. I think each professor has emphasized that it's not just about building businesses, but it's about creating a legacy that we will continue and take it forward for the future generations. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the deans and their teams, the ASA, the SEAL and the academic admission team for their exceptional patience in tolerating us. It was a very good job, guys. Special thanks to the graduation planning team for organizing this wonderful event. And lastly, my fellow classmates, you are awesome. It's been a blast learning alongside you. Seriously, I think we have learned as much from each other as we have learned from the professors. I mean, who knew that debating around businesses and business strategies could be this fun, right? And despite the juggling act between managing personal lives at home, professional lives at businesses, and academic life at ISB, we have thrived and grown together. Today isn't just the end of our time. It's the start of our epic adventure out there in the real world. We are all set to rock the business world and make our country proud as future big shots. So let's not forget the lessons we have learned, the friendships we have formed, and the dreams we ignited during our time at ISB. Even if some of those dreams involved mastering the art of breaking rules that no other batch did. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Here's to making the headlines only for the good reasons. Cheers to our success, both past and the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mithila. Next, I invite the second valedictorian from the MFAB batch, Dhiren Mohindra Ramchandani, to stage.
Dean of Indian School of Business, Professor Dr. Madan, Professor Ram, our Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Rukmini Banerji, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, members from the faculty, parents, and my fellow colleagues. A very warm good morning to one and all. I am Dhiren Ramchandani from the MFAB Cohort of 2023, and I feel deeply humbled to stand in front of you on this August day. I take this opportunity to thank the school for considering me worthy for this award conferred. I would like to first start by congratulating all my fellow graduates on this magnificent day. Guys, a big shout out to every one of us. Woo! As I walked into the campus today morning, I was swept into an ocean of nostalgia. I still vividly remember the first orientation day in 2022, where we started this remarkable journey. It gives me immense pride to see how far we have come together as a cohort, as individuals, and as we become business leaders of tomorrow. As we stand on the brink of turning into alumni of this esteemed institution, it is imperative to reflect on the past and thank everyone who has made it possible for us. Be it the incredible learnings in the classroom, be it the interactions with the distinguished faculty, both inside the class and outside the class, be it the experiences on campus, be it the times at our international immersions at IE Spain and Kellogg USA, be it the network we built as a cohort, all have shaped us immensely. Remember the fun memories we had at the student village and the executive housing. Remember those midnight snack runs. Remember those efforts we put towards all our group assignments. Remember the scenes we had at the recreation center and the networking events. All these are captured in our hearts for life. The MFAB cohort and I shall truly cherish these times, and we shall always strive hard to be the torchbearers of this great institution for life. I once again thank ISB from the depth of my heart for the opportunities and the experiences, and we promise to keep coming back to the campus time and time again. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Dhiren. Moving on to the advanced management programs, I invite the valedictorian from the AMPH class of 2023, Lavina Ashish Lal, to the stage.
Wow. This one? I feel like Jaya Bachchan now. A very warm welcome to all of you, to the dignitaries on the dais, ISB Max Institute team, ISB AMPH faculties, the academic associates, my classmates, and my fellow graduates. To the parents and the family who made it here, thank you so much for making this day special for us. I'm going to start by giving a disclaimer, something from Three Idiots. ये बोल और ये विचार मेरे और मेरे batchmates के हैं. So I'm going to represent the whole batch over here. As we stand today at the precipice of a new horizon, I take this opportunity to dive back in the past and check how this 1.5 years have shaped us into. The inaugural session by Mr. Dilip Jose threw some very big thoughts to us. They talked about the reality of healthcare in India, which was laced with trust deficit, fuzzy quality norms, grudge purchase, social sector, rural-urban skew, information symmetry. It scared us then to realize how are we going to wrap our head around this. But we didn't know then that Professor Nachiket will sail us through all that and give us hope. And then Professor Sarang steps in and he tells us, it's just not that. Learning is going to happen at ISB every single moment, be it the dining areas, be it the classroom, be it where you stay, it's going to happen. And I think it did. My fellow graduates, what can I say? I'm so proud that all of us have made us here. We saw growth in our professional lives. We rejoice birth of new lives in one of our own. We witnessed the joy of business success stories within us. We found clarity, direction, passions to pursue our entrepreneurial goals throughout our journey over here. We learned to design the tapestry of business canvas model. Professor Ganesh and Professor Anusha, thank you for that. We even had some very sad moments. We lost someone very special to us in our batch, but we made it through. We made it through this day. I want to summarize the journey in 3 sections: AMPH, Advanced Management Program, and Healthcare. Advanced, we have advanced as individuals who came in here with some static, scattered thoughts about the course, about the future, but emerged something better. We, Professor Vishwanathan, Professor Manivandan, and Professor Ram, we stepped in here as annuity, and we are stepping out in perpetuity. We advanced on a journey to become more responsible leaders with value systems running deep in our blood and focused on creating shared value. Professor Nandu, you didn't just inspire us to become better leaders, but inspired many of our classmates to take up running and jogging. Management program. We learned management of a circle of influence and have only increased it since then. Professor Jha designed our thinking into creating patient-centric organizations. And how could we have not learned anything? After all, the person teaching this himself had managed so many different careers. We learned student life management. If you all don't know, that's a special subject ISB teaches us. By weaving parties into grueling study sessions. We learned management of academic associates and professors by asking for extensions of submission for assignments. But then we went ahead and submitted it knowing that extensions were denied. We learned management of processes and managing healthcare delivery systems. So we think. I quote a famous dialogue from a very famous series called The Suits. Harvey Specter. He says, what are your choices if someone pulls a gun to your head? You do what they say, or they shoot you? Wrong. You take the gun, or you pull out a bigger one, or you call their bluff, or you do any of the 146 things they tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Professor Sarang for you. He always has more than 146 things that can be done to drive excellence, drive effective healthcare delivery system. And look at all the learnings. My kids somewhere in the probably auditorium must be thinking, finally she understands how difficult it is to be a student and study for exams. I owe it to our family, I think we did well. And now last, healthcare. ISB AMPH program has given us the impetus and equipped us to think futuristic healthcare. And if I can call out our learnings, the future of healthcare is going to be as forward. C, it's going to be comprehensive and collaborative. A, accessible and AI enabled. R, resilient and resourceful. E, evolving and empathetic. This is to summarize our learning of our entire 1.5 year. With all of these learnings and achievements, as we take the step to receive our honors of completing the course, we acknowledge that it is indeed a big power vested in us by ISB AMPH. And with great power comes great responsibility. Soumya, Vandana, Satyen, Divya, Deepika, all the AA faculties, ISB faculties, we the batch of AMPH Cohort 2023 pledge to stand steadfast in our growth and contribute towards the betterment of healthcare systems in India in whatever capacity we can. Thank you, and it has been an absolute honor.
Thank you, Lavina. Next, I invite the valedictorian from the AMPPP class of 2023, Satyajit Nayak.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean, Chief Guest, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, and my fellow graduate of the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives, and I am Dr. Satyajit Nayak, deeply honored and address you all as the valedictorian of our graduating class. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for gracing this occasion with your presence and for the immense support you have provided throughout our academic journey. I am filled with immense pride and honor to be part of this extraordinary occasion, which would not have been possible without the support of numerous exceptional individuals. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our dedicated teachers, teaching associates, mentors, administrators, librarians, and friends, especially because of many of you you have gone above and beyond. Your unwavering guidance and encouragement have been invaluable on this journey of ours. I am deeply humbled to have been bestowed with the honor of the ISB AMPPP Scholar of Excellence and recognized to be on the Dean's list. However, I stand here not as an individual, but as a representative of a cohort of brilliant minds, each contributing their unique perspectives and expertise to our collective success. We have reached a milestone today through collaboration, mutual support, and a shared commitment to excellence. The diverse cohort of administrators, corporates, policymakers, uniform services, civil services, consultant, and the development sectors gave an immensely rich peer learning experience that have helped all of us to learn from each other's perspectives. First, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each one of my fellow graduates. We embarked on a rigorous academic journey, one that demanded dedication, perseverance, and unwavering commitment. Many of us have juggled our studies with professional responsibilities and fulfilling duties that extend beyond the classroom. Today, we stand on the threshold of a new chapter in our lives. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the sacrifices we have made, the challenge we have overcome, and the triumph we have achieved together. We, as a cohort, would like to give huge shout out to our families and friends who were there together with their love and support. I saw my batchmates burning midnight oil in the campus cafe, doing their assignment and submitting in the LMS. In the beginning, they were astonished to find out that I had no idea about LMS, which is a crucial platform to submit the assignment itself. And I managed to submit my first assignment that night successfully. And the challenge begins from that chowkidar of the ISB denying me from entering into the ISB campus because my approval has not yet come from DOPT, to sleeping in the class and awakened by the few of the professors Anjal is a really challenging task for me and all of our batchmates. Despite the challenges, I resolved to participate in the class discussion, asking questions to avoid falling asleep. Initially, my boss prioritized the office tasks over ISB assignment, but later he understood and also supported us. Additionally, I was deployed in mega law and order events like Puri Ratha Jatra. Still now, I am already deployed as an election observer in Arakkonam and Vellore constituencies, and with the permission of Election Commission, I am standing before you. And further adding to the challenges of the balancing of work and study commitment. AMPPP faculty's unique teaching approach, incorporating the role-playing and direct arrangement engagement and interview with famous retired IPS personality like Manjari Johar, and the exemplary method of teaching style they have already taught. The methods effective and fostering understanding critical thinkings. Professors' commitment to accessibility outside the classes underscores their dedication to provide holistic learning experiences that transcend the conventional boundaries. Upon enrolling as ISB MPP program, my outlook on public and policing shifted from encounter-based approach to counterfactual thinking, which was instilled by our teaching of Aswini Chatre sir, and the transition prompted us to view the public policy through the lens of evidence-based policy making. The mentorship I received at ISB played a pivotal role in our journey, and with their assistance, achieving the ISB Scholar of Excellence and being on the Dean's list would not have been possible without their help. I sincerely cannot express how grateful I am to the select group of teachers, mentors, administrators, and friends, and to my family member Anisha, my parents, my fellow IMPP friends, and finally, my sincere thanks to Olek and Tarulata. No words describe how grateful I am. As we embark on our respective path, let us embrace each day as an opportunity for the growth and fulfillment. Let's pursue our passion with courage and determination, never allowing our past setback to hinder our present pursuit. Excellence is never an accident, my dear friend. It is always the result of high intention, sincere efforts, and intelligent executions. Thank you, and may we continue to pursue our deepest aspirations, creating a life filled with joy, purpose, and connections. Jai Hind, Bande Utkal Janani.
Thank you, Satyajit. I now invite our Dean, Professor Madan Pilutla, to addressing the graduating students.
Can barely see. I'll go there. So very clearly, I'm shorter than I think I am. So I need a little bit of space. Let me begin with a very warm welcome to our graduation day speaker, Dr. Rukmini, Chief Executive Officer, Pratham Education Foundation. Thank you, ma'am, for being here, and thank you for accepting our invitation. Welcome also to the Mohali Campus Advisory Board, the chair, Mr. Rakesh Bharti Mittal, our founding dean and a member of the executive board, Dr. Pramatraj Sinha, faculty, staff, families of the graduates, and you, the students. It's your day. Good morning to you all, and welcome to the graduation day ceremony of the PGP MFAB class of 2023, the AMP program in healthcare class of 2023, the AMP in public policy class of 2023, and the Mohali cohort of the PGP class of 2024. I'm really delighted to be here with you to celebrate your academic achievements. I know that an incredible amount of work and sacrifice has gone on in your being here today. All the speakers spoke about it. To the families that are out here, I just want to tell you that alongside the really hard work, some of them even thanked the librarian and talked about burning the midnight oil. I have to tell you, they had a lot of fun when they were on campus. In particular, I'm just a shout out to the MFAB class. Your parties, I've heard a lot about your parties. So I'm just wondering why you didn't mention all of that. Maybe it's the presence of your family and friends that prevented you from talking about your parties. But seriously, I want to congratulate you for the sacrifice that you've made. And let's put our hands together in acknowledgement of the fact that your achievements have been tremendous. On behalf of the school, I also congratulate and thank families and friends for your selfless support. In the absence of it, our graduates could not have achieved what they have done today. So congratulations to you and thank you. So graduation is an occasion that calls for us to pause and to reflect. I would really ask for all of you to think carefully about what you would call success 5 years out, 10 years out, and so on. Think carefully about it in these few days as you bask in the glory of your achievements. I have no doubt that all of you will have very exciting futures. You're all going to make an impact in the world. Many of our alums point to the transformation wrought at the ISB as the catalyst for their success. I'm very confident it will be the same for you. I'm happy that ISB has been successful in staying true to its vision of creating leaders capable of shining on the global stage. In addition, we're also building societal impact and contributing towards nation building, knowledge creation. We are also very proud to be lending a hand at all levels of the government. All of this adds luster to the school. But the single biggest reason for the tremendous reputation of this school is the success of our alumni. Many of you, your predecessors, and you'll do so too, have gone on to found hugely successful startups, including a few unicorns. Several have become venture capitalists. Others have led non-profits or advised and continue to advise governments. Some have written very successful books. Others have become influencers. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this illustrious group of individuals. I have two pieces of advice as you pursue success in your chosen careers. First, please use your privilege in the service of people who have less than you. There is tremendous inequality in this country, with many people unable to access basic education or minimal health care. Your privilege, and you are privileged, comes with responsibility. Please use your skills in solving problems that come up from the inequality that exists in this country. Second, and this is very important, please cultivate the habit of civil disagreement. There is an increasing tendency to vehemently disapprove of people who hold different views to ours, and to create echo chambers where we stick to our own and vilify others. Please treat different views with kindness and different people with empathy. I will end by asking you to please engage with the school. ISB belongs to you. We will reach out to you for your suggestions and support as we constantly innovate in our programs and pedagogy. We are on a very exciting journey of innovation, and we need your support as we make progress, as we develop courses that meet the needs of the changing world. Please respond when we reach out to you. We look forward to being connected to you, to bask in your success, and be there when you need a helping hand. Many congratulations to all of you once again, and all the very best.
Thank you, Dean. I next would like to invite Chairperson of ISB's Mohali Campus Advisory Board, Mr. Rakesh Bharti Mittal, to the podium to share his words of advice and wisdom with the graduating students.
A very good morning. I didn't think I needed a prop-up. First of all, let me add my own warm welcome to Dr. Banerji, Dean Madan, Pramath, and other faculty members on the dais. And I think more importantly, congratulations to each one of you. It's a big day. The classes of 23 PGP Max, PGP MFAB, the Advanced Management Program in Healthcare, Advanced Management Program in Public Policy, and the Mohali Cohort of PGP Class 24. You are completing your journeys in your respective programs, but life is beginning tomorrow morning. You know, I always say we are seemingly living in contrarian times when we see huge opportunities with greater challenges, upskilling and reskilling, wide knowledge and specialized skills. But I can guarantee you they will continue to coexist. Not today, not future, but very, very long into the future. And therefore, we also need to understand that they are not at odds with each other, but they are the sign of times which we live in. India as a nation is making strides, and the world is watching us. The world is wanting to come and partake into the economic growth and economic play of India. And India is, while on one hand covering new grounds, tackling new technologies, but also age-old challenges. So it's quite a paradox which we see. And I can tell you, this is further getting compounded by the technologies which are breaking new grounds at a very, very fast pace. Some of your family members, parents, if the grandparents are there, And I can tell you, my generation, we've seen it all. We started our lives when there were no air conditioners, there were no high-tech gadgets which you hold in your hands today. So we've seen the era of a Philips radio going into a transistor, television came into our lives, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to bore you with what we have seen, but what I'm trying to bring about here is that while life is full of surprises, challenges, but it's the greatest show on earth for learning. And learning is something which continues till the last day of our lives. There is a saying, a man who's graduated today and stops learning tomorrow is uneducated the day after. And I think it's very, very profound. I have full confidence in the graduating class students today that you will not only rise to meet the challenges, but each one of you in your own domain, in the careers you want to pursue, you will make a difference and you will make contributions to making India the third largest economy in the world very soon. At ISB, we are committed to fostering leaders. And this is one thing which I have seen during my last over almost 13, 14 years of engagement with ISB. What a great institution has been built by the faculty, by the board members who had a vision, foresight, to put up an institute with the highest quality and competing with the best in the world. And this is not only in the business management. I remember when we wanted to set up the Mohali campus, we all flew into the US and had various discussions with universities. And I know for public policy, my heart was partnering with the Harvard Kennedy School. And Dean Elwood, when we presented that this will be a management school with 4 specializations, he said, I have never ever seen a management school in my life like that. It will be intriguing to see how this pans out. And I wish I can meet him one day and tell him that your skepticism, it was unwanted, because I think the management program with electives in the 4 specializations, all the research center and institutes at ISB, they are making a huge contribution, not in just your lives in educating you, but also in research and partnership with the governments at various levels. Rapid pace of tech advancements I talked about, and I think this is something which will be key to being competitive and adaptable to the jobs in future. Graduation, thus, is not the end. It's just the beginning. Let me also say that ISB is committed to fostering societal impact and contributing towards nation building. And I think on the research, cutting edge research happens in various institutes. I am privy to what is being done at the Mohali campus. Various reports get shared with me. And I can only say that as you pass out today, as you celebrate being graduates, in fact, I was telling Arushi yesterday, I said there is no DJ, no dance. I thought there'll be a lot of hangama. But as Madan was just addressing, and I thought probably you were a little disciplined because you had your family members with you at night, with you. And I'm told that today is going to be the big show. I'll be missing that somehow. Let me say that while you have been beneficiaries of the ISB ecosystem, the education system, but you are also going to be the ambassadors of ISB, the Bharati Institute, and the Max Institute. My best wishes to you all. Celebrate your hearts. And I can only say in the end, every morning, wake up with a grateful heart. Make the best use of your day with happiness and smiles. All the very best. I now invite Dr. Banerji, CEO of Pratham Foundation, to share her views with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mistal. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our chief guest for this morning, Dr. Rukmini Banerji. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Pratham Education Foundation, and has been with Pratham since 1996 and its CEO since 2015. Dr. Banerjee has extensive experience in program design and implementation and has led many of Pratham's partnerships with state governments. She has also led Pratham's research activities, including the very well-known Annual Status of Education Report, ASHR, effort from 2005 to 2014. She is an economist from St. Stephen's College, Delhi School of Economics, and Oxford University. In 1991, she completed her PhD in education from the University of Chicago. In 2008, Dr. Banerjee was awarded the Maulana Abul Kalam Shiksha Puraskar by the government of Bihar. She is the first recipient of this award. She is also the 2021 Yidan Prize awardee for education development. She frequently writes on education in both Hindi and English and enjoys creating stories for children. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Banerjee to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. I have to congratulate the ISB community who invited me here, because my world is probably as far away as possible from the world that you all are in. In my work with Pratham, which I've been involved in for many years, we deal with children in Anganwadis and in primary school. So for me, it's a huge honor to be here among such highly educated young people and faculty at one of India's, I would say, top institutions. As I was listening to you all and actually seeing so many people wearing robes, I was reminded of the last time I wore a robe. I won't tell you how long ago that was, but it was when I finished my PhD at the University of Chicago. And like many of you have mentioned, it's not just the education you get in the classroom, but it's what you pick up in the classroom, what you pick up on the campus, and in my case, and perhaps in your case as well, what you pick up in the community around you that I think adds to this overall wholesome development. At the time that I was in graduate school in Chicago, there was a huge collaboration across the city. Not just the University of Chicago, but every university was involved in helping the Chicago school system improve itself. And I was very, very struck by that despite being an institution of higher learning, in many ways, these institutions were connected to their immediate communities in a very direct way. And as we see more and more institutions coming up in India, highly valued, highly sophisticated, we hope that many of these connections will happen as well. There's clearly something much more exciting happening on the screen. So I came back, I think I came back to India with some of these experiences of how research and communities and policy can be connected. And I came back to Bombay. It was called Bombay at the time. And I went to meet the school system, the municipal school system, to the research department. So Chicago had a research department in their public school systems of 150 people, and Bombay at the time had one person. And I went to meet her. She was clearly very alarmed and said, "Aap jaise logon ko Delhi chale jana chahiye, because probably Delhi can absorb people like you. Here in our own municipal school system, one person is quite sufficient to do the research that is to be done." But there began a journey. I met the founders of Pratham pretty soon after that, and they decided, since I had a research background, my first project should be doing some research. And I forget the details, but we decided that we would look at some 20 municipal schools, primary schools, in Andheri West. I don't know how many of you are from Bombay. How many are from Bombay or have been to Bombay? Well, going to Andheri West requires you to go in the local train, get off at Andheri station, and deal with what it means like to be at Andheri station in a peak hour. My own exposure before going to Bombay was Patna. I'm from Patna, did some school and college in Delhi, And to me, frankly, Bombay was as much of a foreign country as Chicago. And the person who was given to me as my mentor from Pratham was continuously astounded. On a daily basis, she would tell me, "आप इतने दिन कहाँ थे? आपको तो कुछ नहीं आता है. आपको मराठी नहीं आती, आपको ट्रेन पे चढ़ना नहीं आता, and worse than that, आपको ट्रेन से उतर के स्टेशन से बाहर आना नहीं आता है." And I realized, I think, that we have professors to teach us, and then we have teachers who help us unlearn. And perhaps in the long journey of life, both the learning and the unlearning is really important as you go further along. So the 20 schools were studied. Schools looked good even in those days in Bombay. They had good infrastructure. But as we figured out that even children in third and fourth were really struggling with very simple number knowledge or even simple operations. And I remember putting this 20 schools on a sheet. Maybe, I don't even remember whether Excel existed or not, but whatever was the version that you did on a table. And we presented it first among our own colleagues, and then the next day to the municipal commissioner. I had spent 8 years doing my PhD. It was a quantitative study. It was, I don't know how many pages. It was carefully kept in the University of Chicago library. Other than me and my advisors, I have no idea who else looked at it. But this one sheet of paper, discussed in the municipal corporation in Bombay, turned within about 2 weeks into a city-wide program for helping children learn math. And I had sleepless nights wondering whether I had done some mistake in the calculations. But then, evidence-based policy making at its best, one sheet of paper, 2 weeks, and a program that covered 1,200 schools in the city, all in one shot. So during this process, the other thing that we were working on at that time, this was well before 2000, was whether you could get a city like Bombay to have every child in school by the turn of the century. Today, it's very common to have very high enrollment, but in those days, even in our big cities, we were struggling with such problems. And one of the things that was being tried at that time was that if you got every child into a preschool, Balwadi, we called it in those days, the urban provision of Anganwadis was quite low. So if you got every child into some kind of a preschool, the chances that they would go into first standard was high. So universal preschool to universal standard 1 to universal primary schooling. This is what was being tried at that time in Mumbai. And so it meant every child going to preschool. So children in all kinds of places around Bombay. And if you're familiar with Bombay, you will know that there is a huge garbage dump as you leave Chembur and go on the Pune highway. It was huge then, and it's probably even huger now. But there is a lot of people who live around in those areas. And so one of the last outposts of this every child being brought into preschool was an area called Rafiq Nagar, which is right on the edge of the garbage dump. So quick survey was done. I won't go into the details of how we did surveys in those days. It was quite interesting. And we realized that even in that one slum, there were about 800 children of preschool age. And locally, within whatever space was available, these 20 or 30 little groups came up, and they were working wherever they could find space, usually in people's homes. And the homes were actually under plastic or under very, very temporary arrangements. After a few months, the local people, including parents, decided कि हमारे बच्चों के पढ़ने के लिए better जगह होनी चाहिए. You can't deny it. Studying under a plastic sheet is not the best, but that's how they lived. And the community got together. Again, we were just observers. They got together, they cleared an area in the middle of the slum and put cement down so that in the monsoons, you still could operate there. Slowly, a kind of makeshift arrangement came on top, and it was a large space on which at least 50 children could be there at the same time. One evening, an electrician, local electrician, came to meet me, and actually he wasn't asking me for anything. He came to tell me that ऐसी जगह बनी है, तो वहाँ पे electricity होनी चाहिए. So I agreed, but how was that to be done? He assured me, don't worry, as I pull the line from the official electricity, whatever the arrangement is, and take it to this place where the Balwadi is running, there will be at least 20 households below. I will charge each of them 80 rupees for a bulb, and you will get your electricity for free. Amazing examples of creativity to solve some solutions. And so this place began to run. But as happens very often in unauthorized slums, one day there were bulldozers that arrived, and very quickly, I think for me it was one of my first experiences of watching what a bulldozing can do. It was almost like a war scene where houses were demolished and the bulldozers almost, put everything into dust. It's very upsetting to watch, not only for the people whose houses were there, but also for anybody like us who was very involved in that area. And I'll never forget that in the middle of this mayhem, one of the children's mothers saw that I was clearly quite upset. Her house had just been bulldozed. She came to me and said, "Aapko bahut takleef ho rahi hai, aapko ek cup chai pila dete hain." I think this is a famous Indian thing, ki ek cup chai pee lo. Many problems can be solved if you have a cup of tea. She took out her stove from the debris and put a kettle on it and made a cup of tea for me. And her saying to me was, "हमें आदत है ऐसी चीज़ों की, आपको आदत नहीं है, इसलिए आपको तकलीफ हो रही है." So in these learnings and unlearnings and new learnings, it was amazing. And I don't want to say this in front of my own graduate school, to say I learned so many things after I left school, but at least my graduate education had made me hopefully open to learning new things in new ways. The story of Rafiq Nagar doesn't end there. A couple of days later, I was asked to come to the municipal local office, to the ward office. And I was wondering, because it wasn't the education people who had called. So the people who had called me were the guys, and I don't know what the department is called, maybe it's called the bulldozing department, to say that they had also been thinking, after bulldozing that particular area, कि ये ठीक नहीं हुआ. घर तो हम तोड़ देते हैं, because these people should not be living there. But पढ़ाई के जगह को तोड़ना शायद ठीक नहीं था. So they wanted to have a discussion with us to say, are there any other places where you're doing this? Because we'll bulldoze everything else, but we will leave the place where the children study intact. Lots of ethical issues. Should you make a pact with the devil when you want to get something done? Should you have a big policy discussion? Or should it be very practical about how you go ahead? And I think these are the kinds of issues that you will face as you go forward. There are many things that have to be thought about that were not in the textbooks or in the cases, but hopefully you've learned the mental agility to handle the context as it comes and to listen to those who are around in that situation, because sometimes they have better insight than people from far away. I'll end with one more episode. I've learned from my management friends that you should say 3 things. So I've said 2 things. I'll say one more. Fast forward to last year. As somebody mentioned, we do this big report called the Annual Status of Education Report. I don't know whether MBA people know it, but these days it comes in the IAS exam. So all the IAS people know about the report. And the report is actually a very simple assessment in every rural district in India about whether children are in school, whether they can read, and whether they can do very basic arithmetic. And the 2022 report came after COVID, and it actually came 4 years after the last report, because it should have happened in 2020, which it didn't, and so we had 2022. It was widely discussed in the media, but widely discussed in many other places, because there was a curiosity about what COVID has done to education, especially to primary schools in India. Children last year who were in 3rd had actually never been to school. COVID struck, and when they came to school, they came directly into 3rd grade. And we decided that we would do a little bit extra in 3 states. Bihar, because it's my own home state, UP, because it's our neighboring state, and Madhya Pradesh, because it's not far away. 3 states in the heart of India, 165 districts. So the report was discussed at every district level with the district administration, with college principals, and more or less with anybody who would listen. And the topic was that the government is doing a lot for the early grades, grade 1, 2, and 3. Every state these days is very busy doing something for the early grades. But what about the children who will go from 5th to 6th? Last year's 5th standard kids had 2 years of school in 1st and 2nd, and then came really into 5th. They will go into 6th, and you could see from the data that they would go in quite weak. And district after district, we got the view that kuch to karna chahiye. The system will do something. The system operates with curriculum, with assessment, with structures. But as ordinary people of India, hame bhi kuch karni chahiye. So last summer, which was the first real summer vacation that kids had after schools opened, we put out a call to action and appealed to everybody, to governments at different levels, to colleges. And you will not believe that in a short period of time, in these 165 districts, which probably had some 1.5 lakh villages, almost 3 lakh volunteers, young people came forward to teach children in their villages for 2 hours a day for the summer. 3.5 million people, children, going from 5th to 6th in these states were actually benefited because young people in their own villages decided that kuch to karna chahiye. So I've been told by people who have been to many more convocations here that nobody will remember what you say, so don't worry about what you're saying. So I'm going to leave you with 3 things that I want you to remember. One is that you are very lucky. We are very lucky. Being in India at this time in India's history is a fantastic opportunity. And I'm jealous of you because you have many years ahead of you to take advantage of this opportunity. We are a big country, and therefore we have big opportunities. We also have big challenges. But I think one thing we don't lack is energetic young people, of which you will be absolutely at the leading edge. So I welcome you into this incredible world of opportunity. Some of it will be found in the structured pathways that you may go down, but I think many more will be found when you look out of your window or stop and drink tea. And I'm hoping that you will come out of your box, or whatever is the box, come out of the box, look at opportunities, and really think about what are the big solutions that these countries reach. So we now leave the destiny of India in your hands. Good luck and all the best as you go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words. We now move on to the Teacher of the Year Awards. Students from the respective programs vote for these awards. 6 for the PGP, 3 for the core, and 3 for the elective courses. The PGP class of 2024 Mohali campus have selected the following faculty as Teachers of the Year for core courses. Names are in alphabetical order of first name. We first have Professor Achal Basambu for his Decision Models and Optimization course. He is unable to join us today, but he sends his thanks and congratulations and best wishes. Next, we have Professor Vishwakant Maladi for his Operations Management course. I request our chief guest, Mr. Mittal and Dean, to present the award to Professor Vishwakant Maladi. The third faculty is Professor Marilia McNally for her Financial Accounting and Decision Making course. She is also unable to join us, sends her thanks and congratulations and best wishes. The teachers for the year of the year for elective courses are Professor Vishal Karungalam for a bunch of courses, Digital Innovation Strategies, Software Product Management, Business Value of Disruptive Technologies, and Launching Software Startups. Next, we have Professor Ashish Kohli for his course titled Transaction Analysis and Modeling. He is also unable to join and sends his thanks and congratulations. And the third faculty is Professor Prasanna Tantri for his course Indian Financial Systems. He is also unable to join us this morning. The PGP MFAB students have selected Dr. Shamika Ravi for her Economics for Small and Medium Enterprises course. Unfortunately, she is also not here. Sends her congratulations. The other faculty that the MFAB students have selected as Teacher of the Year is Professor Siddharth Singh for his Marketing Management course. I request Professor Siddharth to come forward. The AMPH students have also selected two Teachers of the Year. They have selected Professor Sarang Dev for his Process Excellence in Healthcare Organizations course. And the second Teacher of the Year by the AMPH cohort is Professor Nandu Nandkishore for his Responsible Leadership course. He is also unable to join us this morning. Then the AMP for Public Policy has again selected Professor Anjal Prakash for his Gender and Development and Reading Writing Analytically course. We now move on to the Academic Associate of the Year awards. The Academic Associates play an important role in our students' learning journey at the ISB. And the award is a recognition by the graduating class of those academic associates who've had the greatest impact during their time at ISB. It is awarded to the top 5 academic associates by the PGP. I request the award winners to come on stage as I read out their names. For the PGP, the Academic Associate of the Year awards go to Amit Rana, Tarun Vashisht, and Vinay Charan Nagandla. The MFAB cohort has selected Rakhi B as the Academic Associate of the Year. The AMP in Healthcare has selected Vishnu VG as the Academic Associate of the Year. He is not here today. And then the AMP for Public Policy has selected Nimisha Jain as the Academic Associate of the Year. Okay, can I have a seat, yeah, for a few minutes, thanks. Dear students, today is not just about you, it's also about the people who supported you along your journey, your parents, family, friends, loved ones. As a small token of your gratitude to your family, I request you all to please stand up, turn towards your loved ones, and give them a very big round of applause and the loudest possible cheer. Thank you. That is just a small token. The bigger token in form of a nice holiday or an expensive shopping spree is due. So you hold them accountable for that. We now commence the conferment of certificates with the presentation of the ISB honors for the PGP. There are 7 awards and recognitions for the PGP. The ISB Scholar of Excellence honors 3 students who rank first, second, and third by cumulative grade point average in the graduating class on each campus. Of the 6 Scholars of Excellence across campuses, the student with the highest CGPA receives the gold medal. Second, we have the Chairperson's Award for Excellence in Leadership to the best all-rounder for academic excellence as well as excellence in leadership. Third, we have the ISB Parameshwar Godrej Award, which is given to a woman student who has shown commitment, compassion to, and has contributed towards the social or non-profit sector. Fourth, we have the Dean's List comprising of students whose CGPA is in the top 10% of the graduating class. Fifth, we have the ISB Merit List, which is awarded to those students whose CGPA is in the top 10% of the class at the end of the core terms. Sixth, we have the Exemplary Leader, which is given to those who have made exemplary contributions to the school and student life through their leadership of various initiatives and activities. And seventh, we have the Torchbearer Award, which is given to those who made substantial contributions to the school and student life through various initiatives and activities. I request Dr. Banerjee, Mr. Mittal, and Dean Pilutla to present the awards and the certificates to the PGP class of 2024. The gold medal winner is Nipul Bansal from Hyderabad campus, and he received his award during Friday's ceremony in Hyderabad. The first Scholar of Excellence from the Mohali campus is Aditya Jindal. He is also on the Dean's List, Merit List, and a winner of the Torchbearer Award. The other Scholars of Excellence from Mohali are Swati Agarwal, Krishna Srinivasan, Vedant Sureka, Swati, Krishna, and Vedant are also on the Dean's List and Merit List. Next is the Chairperson's All-Rounder Award. It goes to Yash Raj. He is also a winner of the Exemplary Leader Award. The winner of the ISB Parameshwar Godrej Award is Antara Chaudhary from the Hyderabad campus. She was presented the award during Friday's ceremony in Hyderabad. Next, we have the students on the Dean's List, Merit List, and also winners of the Torchbearer Award. We first have Sahil Gupta. Korada Padma Prakash Babu. Next, we have students who are on both the Dean's List and the Merit List. Karnik Agarwal. Palak Arora. Sagar Shaiwal Gandhi. Divita Gupta. Vedant Khandelwal. Kumari Neha. T.N. Anshumant Rao. Arnab Roy, Sitesh Sil, Aarti Srivastava, the following students are on the Dean's List and winner of Torchbearer Awards: Abhilash Suresh, Kushali Dharmendra Thakkar, Arjun Shukla, the next student is on the merit list and also winner of the Torchbearer Award, Darshil Anish Mehta. Next, we have students on the Dean's List: Riya Agarwala, Lakshay Batra, Arpit Goel, Muskan Gupta, Shubhangi Jha, Munideepa Karmakar, Harkirat Singh, Reshma Ravinandana Verma, the following students are on the merit list: Aditya Agarwal, Rishabh Agarwala, Sahaj Gupta, Ishan Gupta, Jaspreet Kaur, Mahima Kohli, Roshan Roy Matthew, Kaustubh Mota, the following students are winners of the Exemplary Leader Award: Shubh Chadda, Anuhya Malisetti, Inayat Pawar, Revant Kumar Ralabandi M, Kavish Gaurav Shah, Saurabh S. Shilwant, Sakshi Singh, the following students are winners of the Torchbearer Award: Akshat Agarwal, Tanvi Bengali, Asmit Bhatia, Dharmik Chadda, Bhumika Goyal, Ritesh Goyal, Prachi Jitra, Vanjul Kumar, Aditya Singh, Apar Singhal, Siddharth Sivaraman, Deep Telasaria, Prithviraj Vupulapatti, I now present you the rest of the PGP class of 2024 Mohali campus: Nishant Adiga, Viren Adya, Astha Agarwal, Ananay Agarwal, Anubhav Agarwal, Ekagra Agarwal, Harish Kumar Agarwal, Rashika Agarwal, Sakshi Agarwal, Siddhartha Agarwal, come. Tanya Agarwal, Arman Agrawal, Sai Teja Alapati, Shivam Amla, Harshit Anand, Karthik Anand, Ananya, Krishna Karan B. Brinda Rajendra Babu. Arpit Bafna. Prahalad Balaji. Samhita Batula. Sanket Batra. Shoptik Bhadra. Aditya Bhagat. Shresht Bhargava. Sonali Bhaskar. Abir Bhatia. Anand Bhattacharya. Mallika Bhutani. Mohit Bhisht. Srishti Chakravarti. Nishank Chaudhary. Abhiraj Chaudhary. Neha Chauhan. Shivendra Singh Chhabra. Vaishnavi Harita Chilkuri. Abha Chaudhary. Abhishek Das. Cohen Diaz. Rohan Suresh Divekar. Supriya Dubey. Rahel Dutt. Sudarshan Gagrani. Guneet Gandiok. Mrigaya Gandotra. Shayantan Ganguly. Lalita Valli Alekhya Ganti. Akash Garg. Ashima Garg. Mudit Garg. Roopsi Garg, Ashish Gautam, Puspal Ghosh, Pavan Ghoslia, Disha Goyal, Tanishka Goyal, Aadhar Govil, Gopala Goyal, Himanshu Grover, Ramana Guntupalli, Abhinav Gupta, Gaurav Gupta, Navya Gupta, Parvi Gupta, Purvika Gupta, Samarth Gupta, Shubhangi Gupta, Siddhant Gupta, Vedant Gupta, no, it's not here, Abhidit Gupta, Manne Jaya Harsha, Harsh Harwani, Suhas Hegde, Devanshi Iyer, Chitrangada Jain, Devang Jain, Keha Jain, Khyati Jain, Nandani Jain, Purti Jain, Ritika Jain, Sakshi Jain, Adit Uttam Jain, Tanmay Jha, Ashna Maria Jo, Saurabh Joshi, Manav Sunil Joshi, Samyukta Kamath, Venkata Narasimha Karthik Kandukuri, Nikita Kapoor, Neha Karan, Anahita Ramyar Karanjia, Piyush Karel, Akhil Shankar Katari, Guneet Kaur, Manpreet Kaur, Sahil Kaushik, Vishal Ravi Keswani, Khushbu Kaneja, Siddharth Khera, Anuj Khetan, Shivam Khetan, Anvita Shashank Kolhatkar, Abhinav Kolla, Suvarna Kotari, Ashok Kumar, Shagun Kumar, Saran Rohit Leburu, Sri Manasa Lingamallu, Sasikant Reddy Madam, Brajesh Mahajan, Lahari Maestri, Abhishek Malik, Ayush Mal, Lohita Reddy Malakuntla, Taritmay Mandal, Omkar Mangore, Jinesh Rajiv Marfatia, Akash Mathur, Ramit Mathur, Pranav Krishna Medara Metla, Rohan Ravi Mehra, Ishan Mishra, Mrinalini Mishra, Piyush Mishra, Atishay Mittal, Kriti Mittal, Soumya Mittal, Smiley Mittal, Shubhobrata Mukherjee, Nivedita Murugesan, Roshni Nagawat, Nikhil Nallabale, Akash Narang, Shayantan Pal, Sachi Pandita, Harsh Pathak, Alekia Shankari Pinapati, Vishesh Pradeep, Pushpal Priyam, Ishita Puri, Govind Niren Singh Puri, Sai Shekhar Reddy Purumanla, Siddharth Srinivasan Putuveli, Hanuman Priya Puvada, Vaishnavi Puvada, Abhishek Rai, Arunima Rathi, Puli Sarat Chandra Reddy, Neha Reddy, Sushanti Ritraj, Ekta Rohila, Anchita Roy, Pooja Roy, Mihir Rungta, Aradhika Sachdeva, Karthik Sanduja, Bhargavi Sai Rajya Lakshmi Saride, Meher Soni, Maitreyi Saxena, Sakal Sethi, Aman Sethia, Rohan Rajesh Shah, Ronak Shah, Ashmi Sanjeev Shah, Deepika Sharma, Khyati Sharma, Praveer Varun Sharma, Abhishek Shetty, Dhruv Shetty, Manogya Srivastava, Ramya Shukla, no. Shubham, Ramya, okay, Ramya Shukla, Shubham Shukla, Yash Shukla, Aryaman Singh, Ankit Singh, Karan Singh, Prachi Singh, Tanmay Singhal, Hardik Singla, Abhishek Sinha, Kshitij Sinha, Sagar Sinha, Seeraj Soni, Swar Sood, Arvind Venkatesh Sridharan, Ranjini Rao Hebbur Srinivasa, Arvind Kumar Srivastava, Prashant Sharan Srivastava, Anand Suresh, Purna Aparna Tamanna, Aditya Tavora, Ananya Tewari, Niharika Thakur, Sanidhya Trehan, Shubham Tripathi, Varsha Varla, Ishani Verma, Revan Sahit Reddy Vendi Dandi, Saras Verma, Ashna Vimal, Sabya Virmani, Paramjot Walia, Ujjwal Yadav, Harshita Yalamanchili, I now present to you the PGP MFAB class of 2023. The scholars of excellence are Mithila Reddy Mamedi, MFAB, no, they're coming. Dhirendra Mohinder Ramchandani, both Mithila and Dhiren are also on the Dean's list. Prakhar Mehrotra is the other student on the Dean's list. I now present to you the rest of the PGP MFAB class of 2023. Shivangi Agarwal, can we request everybody to be please seated and not leave? We may have to stop the ceremony in the middle. We'll have to wait for everybody to come back. Can you come up the stage steps, please? Yeah. Sai Sima Akula. Prabinbir Singh Chadda. Kalvakolanu Sai Kaushik Das. Kranti Reddy Imani. Delisha Gutikonda. Abhinav Kabra. Sriram Kapilavai. Vaishnavi Kapoor. Rohan Shamkant Kotkar. Ishan Mehta. Muskan Mundra. Sunandini Raj. Jaya Godwin Rajkumar. Ishita Singh. Harshvardhan Singhania. Nishant Sharma. Divya Tetali. Harshvardhan Mahesh Thakkar. Vinisha Valsaraj. Kalla Sai Vivek. Yamini Gupta. Chiru Harsh Patnam. Jayachandra Sai Venkata Pavaluri. I now request Professor Soumya Sindhwani, faculty member in the Organizational Behavior Area, Associate Dean of Advanced Management Programs, to continue with the ceremony for the Advanced Management Programs.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A big congratulations to the newly graduated classes of PGP class of 2024, MFAB class of 2023. Congratulations. Joining the other graduates, I'm proud to present to you the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare class of 2023 and Advanced Management Program in Public Policy class of 2023. I now request Dr. Rukmini Banerji, Shri Bharti Mittal, and Dean Palutla to please present the certificates. We will begin the conferment of certificates with the Scholar of Excellence for the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare for class of 2023. The Scholar of Excellence is Avneet Kaur. She's also on the Dean's list. We will now confer the certificates to the Dean's List of the Advanced Management Program for Healthcare class of 2023 in alphabetical order of their last names. Charushri Jibakate, Smaran Kalyan, Rahul Katta Ramaranjana, Jyotsna R, Next, I present to you the rest of the class of Advanced Management Program for Healthcare, class of 23, in alphabetical order of their last names. Madhuri Akela, Vijay Lakshmi Balakrishnan, Surendra Baradi, Jitin Chandana, Shashank Chaudhary, Vikas Chawla, Jaya Bharat Reddy Damireddy, Yamini Dubey, Jayant Gandhi, Indra Shivani Godavarti, Farah Imam, Naveen Karnam, Damanjeet Kaur, Partha Sarthi Komineni, Lavina Ashish Lal, Banashri Mandal, Jyoti Mishra, Sushmita Mobu, Alekhya Naidu, Baburao Narayanam, Ranjit R, Chinnamari Reddy, Nishma Reddy, Rajesh Reddy, Sai Kumar S, Shrishti Sani, Kanwar Shivendra, Hansa Shashank, Akshay Rajiram Shendre, Ashish Shukla, Ramadevi Vagmare, Girivardhan Veramala, Amit Verma, Megha Yadav, Naresh Yajamarnam, Next, I present to you the Scholar of Excellence for the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy. He's also on the Dean's list, Satyajit Nayak. We will now confer certificates to the Dean's list of the Advanced Management Program in Public Policy Class of 23 in alphabetical order of their last names. Tarun Gauba, Aditi Goyal, Richa Sahni, Next, I present to you the rest of the class of Advanced Management Program in Public Policy for the class of 2023 in alphabetical order of their last names. Mamta A. Yeah, please. Go ahead. Sumesh Anand, Rajiv Banerji, Rohit Dubey, Kranti Kumar Gadidesi, Manasi Gunjikar, Firoz Khan, Karthik Kittu, Anil Mehta, Anshu Pandey, Sunita Patnaik, Vimla Aditya Bhuta, not here, Kumar Saurabh Raj, Rajendra Raut, Sayak Ray, Hitisha Ruela, Gurpreet Kaur Sapra. Rahul Sharma. Jitendra Kumar Singh. Shipra Singhal. Naveen Singla. Sudhanshu Shekhar Srivastava. SNV Sudhir. Last but not the least, Rahul Yadav. I don't know your name. Vamsi. I don't have his name. Rahul Yadav. Thank you so much. Dear graduated classes, congratulations on this significant achievement. Wishing you the very best always. I now hand over the podium back to Professor Ram.
Thank you, Soumya. Dear graduates, today marks the culmination of all your hard work and efforts during your time in the programs. I believe that your time at the ISB has been transformational, where you've learned from the best faculty and your diverse set of peers, and that the tassel was worth the hassle. Now we wish you all the very best to confidently face the challenges that life throws at you and making a mark in your own respective fields, bringing pride to yourself, your family, and to your alma mater, the Indian School of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in wishing all the new graduates the very best in everything that they do in their lives. Congratulations, everybody. To welcome our newly graduated students into the alumni fold, I now invite Mr. Dinesh Punia, PGP class of 2007, the Director of Chapters from the ISB Alumni Association, to address the new graduates.
Great to see all these faces. On the behalf of ISB Alumni Association, I extend warm welcome to all of you on the graduation ceremony. ISB Alumni Association was formed in 2012 with three primary objectives: alumni supporting the school, we creating a better network of alumni, and creating social impact. The Alumni Association comprises of the President, General Secretary, Treasurer, and other board members. Along with that, we have leaders across chapters, SIGs, which we'll talk about a bit. I'll try to relate to what we have as an alumni association with what our dean and our esteemed guests talked about. So you have been here for a year and you have learned a lot, right, during this time. There's a lot more, right, that you are going to learn in future once you join your organizations. So the Alumni Association provides you various options to continue the learning curve, to continue growing as individuals and ISB as a brand. Two objectives I'll talk about where you can interact and gain. First is around chapters. Once you go in your respective organizations, you will find that you have spread, right, your batch is spread across different cities. So we have formed different chapters across cities in India. We have chapters across other countries outside India as well. So total of 16 chapters. 9 in India, and 7 international chapters as well. As an example, in March, we conducted an event across 13 chapters where 1,500 plus alums participated, right? So that gives the broad spectrum of how alums are engaging and interacting with each other. The second key pillar I'll talk about is the special interest group, where you don't interact only with alums in your respective cities, but alums across the world specific to a particular sector, right? So we organize events, seminars specific to sectors where our alumni with huge experience join and give perspective around they have gained, and that help our alums a lot. So I'll urge all of you to be active members of Alumni Association, to continue your learning curve, to continue contributing to the alumni organization. And lastly, I'll wish you all the best in the career that you have chosen post ISB. I'm confident, right? You will do your best. You will grow in your career. And thank you and welcome to Team Alumni. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. I now request Professor Sudhir Volati, Associate Dean LRC and Faculty Alignment, Academic Director of the ISB Institute of Data Sciences and Associate Professor of Marketing, to propose the vote of thanks.
All right. Okay. Morning, everybody. Namaste, salam, sat sri akal. I stand before you to deliver the official vote of thanks. I will be brief. On behalf of the school, I extend thanks to all those individuals and institutions who have made this graduation day possible, for cohorts from the PGP MFAB, AMPH, and AMPPP who are graduating today. First and foremost, to the families and friends of the graduating class, it is gratifying to see and share in your pride and joy in the accomplishments of your loved ones on this memorable day. Next, to our partner schools, Wharton, Kellogg, LBS, and our area leaders. Thank you for your wholehearted support, guidance, contributions towards institution building at the ISB over the last 2 decades. To members of our faculty, both resident and visiting, thank you for your support and dedication through the year. To you, we owe the depth, the breadth, and the rigor of our programs. To alumni, the ISB alumni have always been a source of pride for us. Even as they go out and make their mark in the world, they have unstintingly shared their time, their experience with us in terms of admission roadshows and interviews, placement support, student mentoring, feedback and suggestions, and so on. I formally thank all the members of the ISB Alumni Association for their continued commitment to this institution. A special word of thanks to the governments of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Chandigarh, and Punjab for their support to the school over the years. I also want to welcome our guests from the media. Thank you for being here and for your support to the ISB. The ISB staff, administrative and logistical backbone of the school, I thank each of you for your dedication and commitment to ISB's vision. I'd like to extend my gratitude to various service providers and support staff at ISB who ease life on campus for all of us. And finally, to all of you, our graduating students, this day is about you, your success, and your opportunities. You were a great class to work with, positive attitude, infectious energy. Stay engaged with the school wherever you are. The rest of us will come and go, but this school will belong to you forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhir. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank our chief guest, Dr. Rukmini Banerji, for spending the morning with us. Thank you, ma'am. As a token of our appreciation, I request Mr. Mittal and Dean Pulutla to give a small memento. I now invite Priyanka, Soni, Neetu and Kavya back to the stage to lead us in the singing of the national anthem. Please stand for the national anthem.
गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
Thank you. Two important things still remain to be completed. First, I would like to request everybody to join us for the celebratory lunch at the hub, Meadows and next to the auditorium. Second, and perhaps the most important event to be completed, as we have now come to the end of today's program, the hat toss ritual. May I request the graduates to stand up? I see you're already standing up for the hat toss. On the count of 3, I request you all to give the loudest possible cheer you can and toss your hats as high as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I request all the students and guests to remain standing and leave the middle aisle empty until the dean leads the procession back. Thank you and have a good afternoon.